Northants Council have just recently introduced a green waste charge, which is a subscription fee, £40 a year. They're asking people to pay to come and have their green waste taken away, and it hasn't gone down too well. So keep hold of your bin. I'm going to show you a couple of things that the bin's good for. It's a storage container. You can use this to store stuff in. You know, you can stick it in the corner. You can store your garden tools in it. You can store toys in it. You can store anything in it. What we're going to be showing you today is how to use your green wheelie bin as a composter to make compost in. Many different ways of composting. The method I'm going to be using today is called Hot IV Composting. IV stands for in vessel. This is the vessel, and the compost is going to be in it. So it's an in vessel compost, which reduces any odours because you've got a lid on it, and it's nice and compact, and it doesn't make any mess. I'm going to load it up. We're going to leave it for 4 days to sit and settle, and then every 2 days for the next month I'm going to come back. I'm going to turn it, and every time I turn it, that's going to add oxygen into the mix, and it's the oxygen that gives that makes it get hot, and it speeds up the process. We have 5 main ingredients for compost. We have carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, water, and the most important 5th one, love. If you don't love composting, yeah, you're not going to get good compost. It's like anything in life. If you put your heart into it, you get the results. All the materials that we're going to use are going to be organic materials. Your carbon base is stuff that's already dead. So the likes of this, we've got some newspaper here, which is dead wood. There's no life left in it. We've got some bedding from my friend's rabbits. She keeps rabbits, so you need carbon and nitrogen. And the nitrogen comes in the form of grass. We've got some grass cuttings here. And we've also got here a lovely big bag of vegetable peelings. So yeah, that's the main ingredients. Another ingredient you can add, besides your carbon and your nitrogen, is an activator. There's different types of activators. This is a bottle of activator that I use. It's called Microbes. This is full of lactic acid. It's got hydrocarbons in here. That's going to help speed this process up. If you do it this way, the heat that's going to be produced over the next month is going to kill off any seeds that are in there. Same with any harmful bacteria or pathogens.
Is there anything you do to maintain its heat?
Yeah, so to maintain the heat, you need to add oxygen into the mix every 2 days. If you don't put air into your compost, it becomes anaerobic. So anaerobic means without oxygen. And when organic materials become anaerobic, that's when they start to smell, they start to produce methane, which is a greenhouse gas. So we don't want that. So by adding air into it, it makes it aerobic, not anaerobic.
When you've first made it, you want to make sure you leave it for 4 days roundabouts before doing it, and then after that you want to do it every 2 days? Every 2 days, okay. And it normally takes about a month. Most composting can take 6 months to a year, so even 2 years it can sometimes take to compost, but doing it this way, you can get good compost in a month. Another thing we're going to be showing today is about circular economies. Yeah, a circular economy means where something could go on and on and on until something breaks the cycle, like the cycle of life. An example of that would be with the vegetable peelings that we've got from the cafe. We can turn that into compost, grow vegetables in it, and then give them back to the cafe. Then the cafe can do the same again, give us the peelings back, and it's a continuous, repetitive process. Because what happens at the minute, cafes and restaurants, their waste goes into one big bin and then it gets sent to the landfill. When it's buried underground in the landfill and there's no air getting to it, it becomes anaerobic. Yeah, it creates methane. So it harms the environment. Yeah, so we want to take it out of the landfill. We don't want organic materials going to the landfill. So now I think we're gonna start loading up. So we're gonna do it in layers. So we're doing rabbit poop first. Yeah, we can put some paper and some rabbit poo in first. I always start with the carbons at the bottom. So we've got carrots, potatoes, broccoli.
all the lovely stuff that they cook up at Strides Cafe. If you've never been to Strides, get round to Strides. They do lovely Sunday dinners as well, delivered to your door. Okay, that'll do for the layer of veg. Then we're going to grab some of this already half composted grass.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back
and repeat the process.
And we're going to repeat the process. You can buy it online. You can buy it in Wilkinson's, I think. Just a little sprinkle like that. We don't want it to be too wet. You do have to keep an eye on the moisture. If it's too wet, it will struggle to get the heat. But we're not going to compact this down. We want it to be as much air in there as possible. So what will happen, we'll probably get about half a bin out of this. And you'll notice over the weeks that will reduce down and you'll get maybe half the amount in compost back. And then on this layer of carbon, we're going to sprinkle it again with some activator. Maybe we'll get one more layer out of it. Just tip that all in. Let's give that a tip.
And all the veggies are gone.
Okay, all the veggies are gone. Give them a mix about. What we'll do is we'll put the rest of this browns in now, and then the rest of the grass on top. A lot of other people are concerned about the ink on the newspaper. I work in the print industry. I have done for 20 odd years now. And I know that most inks used in packaging and newspapers nowadays are water-based inks that don't have chemicals in them. They used to have lead and stuff like that in newspaper ink. That doesn't exist anymore. So your compost will only ever be as good as the ingredients you put in it. So things to avoid generally would be dairy products, and they do say meat, but like I say, I've put roadkill in here before, and it's helped to speed up the process, and there's been, you know, no harm or no contamination whatsoever. Try and avoid any products that have got weed killers in, so the dreaded glyphosate that we don't like. You don't want that in your mix, because then that's just going to end up back on your veg patch, and you're going to end up poisoning yourself eating that. So as long as everything's chemical and weed killer free, you should get a decent compost. I'm going to take its temperature. So we've got here a thermometer, which we use for composting. So I'm going to stick that in, leave that in for 5 minutes, and we'll see. We've got low, we've got steady, active. We are going to get up to here between 140 and 160 hot. Yeah, but like I say, we'll put a list of everything on the screen, a list of what you can use as carbons and what you can use as nitrogens, or browns and greens as they're called. We're going to now leave this for 4 days. These layers will start interacting with each other, and hopefully at the end of the month we should have a good bit of compost here, and we could start growing some veg in it.